Hey everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and welcome to Obsessed with Caddy and Christy. We are so excited to share with you that we're being inspired by the fabulous Missy Whidden. For this first episode, we are using this sketch that we found from Scrapbook Challenges, and the goal was to use the type of photo that we find Missy uses a lot. So she loves to use everyday photos of her girls, and we just wanted to start off with that and kind of make this layout maybe a little bit more of our style than more so of Missy's awesome techniques and stuff, but using just the breaking down her way of using photos that help represent everyday life. So I just simply went through and showed you a few of the things that I want to use here. I am doing a photo of my little guy. He was just playing outside one day and just was having so much fun and was squealing for joy. And so I thought it was the perfect photo to help kind of represent that feeling that I wanted to do there. And then I decided to use this sketch. I was lucky and got to pick it because I found that it did kind of represent something I feel Missy would use. She loves to use cut files and all fun stuff like that and use fun shapes. And I found that these circles kind of help represent that in a fun way. So I just lined them up and I followed the design of the sketch with that part of it pretty closely. And then I put the sketch away and stopped looking at it. But that's what I took from the sketch there. All of these papers are just random. The circles and the two hearts you see, they're just from random 6x6 pads that I have on hand. And then I use a really fun bright strip of yellow. My color choices were, again, inspired by Missy. She likes to use a lot of teals and yellows and oranges and stuff like that. And I just decided to go towards more of the bluey teal color along with some yellow. I don't normally do a lot of yellow, especially when it comes to mixed media, so that was a fun challenge. I really enjoyed doing that. And you're just going to see me start to do my mixed media. I'm not an expert at that, so I just kind of played around until I was happy with the way that it turned out. But I used some yellow shades that I have and some, like I said, some blue ones, and it turned out pretty neat. I definitely tried to do the packaging technique. Again, something Missy does all the time, so I just wanted to kind of help um, represent her in small little ways on my layout, but yet still make it something that I could definitely say it still looks like me. And I had a lot of fun with this one. It did take me a while though. This layout was a multiple day layout for me. And so you see I finished my mixed media and I'm just going to put all my layers back down, try to figure out where I want them to go. I did highlight them with the pencil. I know you saw me do that, but in the end it kind of got moved around because of how the mixed media worked. It wasn't working with the lines of what I had originally done. So it does get moved a little bit around. So I'm looking at this and I'm liking it, but I'm feeling like it needs a little bit more here. So what I went is went to my sewing machine and add some black stitching. So I did circles, I stitched circles, black stitching with the circles, and then for the hearts, I just put a little X in each one of them, but I didn't stitch it to the page because I wasn't exactly sure where I wanted them to go, and I wanted there to be a little bit of dimension available for that as well. But I love the way that this turned out. I feel like it kind of helped pop just the different elements up on the page, and it just made it a little bit more livelier than what it was looking at that moment. I'm going to back my photo with a little bit of tissue paper there. I do love to do that, as you all know. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do my title at the very bottom and use a few flare. So with me and flare, I have a really hard time with it. It's not an easy thing for me to use, but I did find two pieces that I thought worked well and worked within my color scheme. And then my title is very simple and it says right now. But what's really cool is the flare above it says right here. So it's kind of like it says right here, right now, which is great because again, this is an everyday photo. And so it kind of just helped bring everything in to what I want it to be here. So I'm just thinking a little bit more here where I want to do the journaling. I couldn't figure that out. So I instead went and did a little bit of that awesome using my thread underneath the flare to help highlight in some yellow, a very Missy thing to do here. I will trim my layout in the end and make it a 9 by 12 because am obsessed with that right now, and I had so much white space, which is where I was going to do a bunch of journaling, but I changed my mind and thought that I don't think I'm going to like the outcome of that. So I'm going to kind of scrap that idea, and you'll see that in the end, in the final photos, that it becomes just a normal 9 by 12 layout. So I really hope that you enjoyed this. We will have a couple more episodes representing different parts of Missy's fabulous style and why we are so obsessed with her. Have any questions or suggestions, just leave them in the comments below. Have a great day, everyone, and we'll be back in a couple weeks. Bye.